I have some thermal paste on my middle finger. Greetings, welcome to another Deckard Games YouTube thing about building another PC, in this case another Windows 98 PC from, I don't know, circa 2001 hardware, because, well, this is a very specific build. Recently I was kind of disappointed with the RTX launch and also the 6000 series from AMD, and I don't know, it occurred to me, why not build a budget machine from that time, again, early millennium, with some AMD CPUs, which, well, if you can find the 5000 series Ryzen, good luck with that. Build a machine with a AMD CPU and with a GeForce GPU, and I don't know, I wanted something that when people look at it, they find it a little bit weird. So when I was looking for a motherboard over the things I have, I found this guy from PC Ships, which is a thing that isn't around anymore, with some chipset from SIS, also a thing that it's not around anymore, and it is very red. And when I saw that this one is red, I wanted to build a machine with lots of red. I don't know, I just find it cool. AMD CPU, GeForce graphics card, weird motherboard with things that aren't around anymore, and with lots of red. That's the goal here. And well, this is the board we got. It is model M80, model 848A, version 5.0 C, again from PC Ships. It is a socket 462 motherboard for AMD CPUs, and well, we have an AGP slot. It says 8x, 8 times AGP, not sure about that. We have some I/O PS2 ports, obviously serial, parallel. We have 4 USB integrated LAN, awesome, and integrated audio, which we are not going to use, but well, things are what they are. And since this is a AMD board, again, while I was looking for stuff to put in here, some Athlon CPUs, I found this little guy, which is a Athlon 1400 plus, something like that, which runs at 1.2 gigahertz, more or less. And I picked this one because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this sticker somewhere, and well, look at that. It is the same freaking sticker. So this belonged in here like almost 20 years ago, but well, it's coming back home, so let's put it into place. And by the way, I'm not going to present all the hardware at once. We are going to look at it as long as we need it, as long as we install it. So yeah, AMD Athlon XP. This was a great CPU back then, with very, very poor marketing by AMD. It was quite fast, but yeah, AMD. So as usual, we just push the little lever guy and we align the arrow on the CPU with the arrow on the CPU socket, and it only goes in one way because it has these two corners which are not 90 degrees, so this one and this one, and we just align it in place, and it drops, and we close the lever, and look at that. Look at that. Our sticker is back in place. So I think that's cool. I don't know. I just found it amusing to find the CPU which belonged to this board. So yeah, memory. As for RAM, we are going to use a single stick because dual channel is not a thing. And I want the people, oh, there's a single stick only of RAM. This is, I don't know what brand this is because it is covered with this Thermaltake Heatsink, something that was a thing back in the day also. And I picked this one, again, a very specific build because of this purple thing. And the slots, the RAM slots on the motherboard are also purple. And I was like, sure, why not? It is the same color, so we just align it there and we push it down like so, and look at that. Isn't that perfect? From the other side, yes, same color and stuff. Next up, I think we can address what can you do? Oh, we can put the heatsink in place. Let's put some Arctic MX4 in there. I'll be right back because I can't do it like this. Just a tiny bit, just a little bit. So thermal paste is applied, and I dropped in a little bit too much, but who gives a crap? And the Athlon XP, aside from the core on the CPU, the main die, it has these thingies around, and since I dropped a little bit too much of thermal paste, well, I just grabbed a few and put it over there. You don't have to, but well, it's there, so screw it. CPU cooler. We are going to use this guy, which is kind of a low profile, but also quite big. And this fan doesn't belong in here, because silence. I want silence in this thing. This belonged to a socket 939 from the Athlon 64, and I swapped the fan. So yeah, let's put this guy in place. Because the other fan was too freaking loud, so there's that. And I can see what I'm doing, which is always good. Let us stand up. Well, the other side is in place, and you grab a screwdriver and you put this side in place. That's how we did things back in the day. Great. So CPU and CPU cooler are installed, and as I said before, this fan doesn't belong in here. This is from a Athlon 64, and it even has the date in there. Look, this is where I bought my Athlon 64 Havcom in 2005. As I was saying, this is a little bit quieter than the original fan. Still, it makes too freaking noise. Too much freaking noise. So we are going to grab one of these thingies from Noctua. I have some thermal paste on my middle finger. Thingy from Noctua. This is just a resistant of some sort, where well, it reduces the voltage, and the voltage goes down. We are going to stick it in here, and we are going to plug it into our CPU fan header. And yeah, for the board itself, that is pretty much it. So I think we can start putting things in our PC case, and yeah, that's it. So let's put things into place. As for a PC case, well, we have a PC case, which makes sense, which already has a power supply in there. This is a 480 watt power supply, which was modified also because of silence. I removed the original fan and now it has a fractal design 120mm fan, which you can barely hear, which is cool. And what else? We also have some removable media stuff. We already have a floppy disk drive in there. We have an LG CD writer, which is cool to back up all those things in a legal way. And we also have a DVD drive from LG, only reads, because of practicality. Well, you can get some compilation of games in DVD, like what? I think I'm going to be using the LucasArts archives, which comes on DVD, for example. And well, it's just practical to have a DVD-ROM in there. So yeah, DVD-ROM, CD writer, both from LG, because computer themes, and a regular floppy disk drive to read floppies in a good way. So yeah, a case that was very clean by me, which already features the Deckard Games logo, some blue buttons, because blue is a thing, and it is pretty clean and in pretty good condition, and I kind of like this case. So yeah, it has some space between the motherboard tray and the side panel for cable management, because cable management was definitely a thing in the start of the millennium, or maybe not. So yeah, sure, it has some space in there. I don't know, I think it looks clean and stuff, and it features some Assassin's Creed logos and things. So yeah, let's put things in there. We already have some cables in here. So motherboard stands are already aligned, and we are ready to put our motherboard in there. Like so. And you know what time it is? It is time to start screwing. And so our motherboard is screwed in place. We need more light in here. And since our case is in this position, we are going to install our hard drive, that being a Seagate Barracuda with a whopping 40 gigabytes, which is awesome. And we just slide it in here underneath our floppy disk drive. Now these are pretty large holes. Well, if you got large holes, you gotta use large screws. There you are. So I suppose we should screw this thing on the other side also. And look at this, I used all 4 screws on each side. This is I believe this is the first for me, because I only used 2 crossed, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. So well, this isn't for me, so I'm going all out on screws. Screw it. It's always a good time for screwing, so yeah. And so before we start putting more cards in there, because none of them need any extra cables, let's start in getting rid of some stuff that we don't need, which comes with the power supply, like PCIe, SATA cables, CPU, things like that, which we can put to the other side. Seasonic zip ties, Velcro ties. I offer nothing but the best. We are going to take use of this thing right here, if we can get it through there. Would you look at that? Cable management in an early 2000s machine. That's a first. Nice. So the CPU thingy is in here. and it's looking better already. Damn. So, I suppose we can connect our 20-pin motherboard power, not 24. Things are coming together. I don't like these extra 4 pins in here. I'm gonna have to deal with this. I like it. So what to do now? Data cables, sure. We have this very red MSI floppy cable, which goes in there. This is our audio thingy. So, how are we going to do this? We have these holes right here. There you are. That's cool, I guess. I like it. I like it a lot. Ta-da! Sure. So now we can plug this later. We have some IDE cables. As usual, the colored one, it is the primary channel. Hey, look at that. So cable management is complete for what we can call cable management in a early 2000s machine. So we can put some stuff in there, like our sound card, which is a Sound Blaster Odyssey. Great card for Windows 98. It wasn't made for Windows 98, but it is pretty cool. It fully supports Windows 98 and hardware acceleration and stuff, so yeah. We can put our cd-rom thingy, which I should have passed through here or something like that. Let's do it right now. And it plugs in here. There you are. Another great job. So, Sound Blaster. We also have some extra USB ports because it's red. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm putting this in here, because it is very red. As for a GPU, we have a crap, I shouldn't put that in there. Let's remove it. GPU, GeForce 4 MX, a budget card, which I've replaced the heatsink and put a noise blocker fan in there, because as much as I would like to keep the original one, which is this, I swapped them. It is too freaking loud, so yeah, this was a passive cooling thing, and I just stuck a noise blocker in there, which needs power. And we have a fan header down there. There it is. So now we can put this guy in here. This will come through here. Our sound card will hide the cable in there. Our USB thingy will also go in there. Look at that. Will you look at that? Look at this lovely assortment of hardware and cables and stuff. A budget PC from the early 2000s with an AMD CPU that you can find, and the GeForce GPU, which you can also find. Beautiful. So, final thing to do, final touch, is to put a freaking sticker in here to complete my computer theme thing from Switch Technology, and I decided to call this thingy the Time Machine. And again, this is an offer. I was not asked to do this. I'm offering this as a token of my appreciation for their support. And you can find the link of Switch Technology in the description of this video. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put it something like this. There you are. Isn't that lovely? And you thought it was going to be white. No, sir. It is not white. I love it. And so here we are with the machine all plugged and connected. And we are ready for our first boot. So let's give it a go. Pretty silent. Let's try and go into our BIOS for some BIOS settings. There we have it, our Athlon 1400 Plus. Date is correct. Our hard drive is detected. DVD-ROM and CD writer also. So yeah, boot floppy CD IDE, which is cool. Let us just check if where is it? Our integrated audio thingy is off. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Audio device disabled. So yeah, I believe we are ready to install Windows 95 or 98, sorry. And I'm not gonna bother you with the installation process. Let me know if you want to see a video only about installing Windows, because I'll do it, sure, why not. So yeah, we are gonna exit the BIOS, and by pure magic, YouTube magic things, Windows 98 will be installed. And there we have it, Microsoft Windows 98 trying to boot. It was kind of a pain to install all the drivers because of the chipsets is, well, it's not the best. Windows 98 sounds and creative sounds. Ah, there you are. So let us close this. As you may or may not notice, I've made a custom wallpaper. Well, it is just the original Windows 98 wallpaper with a Switch Technology logo saying that it is the Time Machine. So if we go to my computer properties, we have some OEM info about the Deckard Games channel, and this being the Time Machine. More information, we have our Athlon 1.4 gigahertz, 512 megabytes of RAM. All the devices installed nicely. Again, a lot of tries to get this properly because of the Nvidia drivers were crapping all over the place. Here we have our drivers and stuff. Our drives. with a lot of space. I don't know, let us check, for example, something. We have games. Yes, games for Windows and games for DOS. We can run things like CPU Z, or Z, because why not? And there we are. Our Athlon XP 1.4, which is cool. So yeah, mainboard, our PC chips and stuff like that. Sure. We have a RAM module with no brand. Oh yeah. Let us, of course, try a few games.
Let's rock. Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. Groovy. Cool.
Ew, and I'm freaking dead. I killed myself.
I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second and fate shovels shit in my face.
Go get some sleep.
What are you gonna do?
I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this mess out.
Show me your license.
I'm a lunatic, you moron.
So I guess this is it for another build video. Again, something very specific, something very rad, and something that I wanted to do because AMD and GeForce cards, whatever. So yeah, and again, it is an offer to the guys at Switch Technology for all their support, especially their store in Lisboa. Check the link in the description of this video. And it's another Windows 98 machine. If they wanted to have a, I don't know, a retro PC corner thing, it would be cool. If not, it's cool regardless. So I hope you enjoyed this one, because, well, I surely did. I love building old PCs, and this one, I don't know, it looks pretty freaking cool with all these red things going on, and it's pretty silent. I can barely hear it, which is also cool, and it was heavily modified with fans and stuff like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed building this one. So if you did also, leave it a thumbs up, because your thumbs up are very cool. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because your support is always, but always, very much appreciated. Remember that you can follow me on social media if you want to, because why not? And well, until my next video, please do take care.